What's up everybody? Bill with Honest Open Permaculture Hop Farm. Today is the day I've been waiting on for about 3 to 4 months. It's time to plant some pawpaw seeds. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, I want to say thank you for clicking on my video. My name is Bill. This is Honest Open Permaculture. We go by Hop Farm for short, just kind of easier for some people to pronounce. This video is going to be about planting pawpaw seeds. We have a collaboration right now going on with people all over the country, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from North to the South, doing the same thing I'm doing, is planting pawpaw seeds, stratifying pawpaw seeds, trying to grow the pawpaw tree all over the United States. I shipped out seeds all over the place. Some people already had seeds and they jumped on the collaboration. I will have the list of everybody on the collaboration down in the description below, with the playlist down there also. So we've already done the stratification of the seeds. If you're interested in that video, go down in the description, go to the playlist. Multiple of us have done the stratification of pawpaw seeds. Now it's time to plant some pawpaw seeds. I am going to do them straight into the ground. I'm not going to use any sort of like tree pots or anything like that. I'm going straight into the ground. I'm going to do it in a couple different places. One place is in the backfield where the market garden is, where all most of my garden beds are, where I planted some Pakistani mulberry trees. And the second place is going to be in the food forest, where I already have a couple pawpaw trees already. So this is where we're going to be planting our first ones. This is the Pakistani mulberry tree. We've got one here, one there, and one over there. We got 3 of them back here, and we're going to plant some of the pawpaw seeds on the kind of northeastern side of this Pakistani mulberry. This mulberry tree can get anywhere from 30 to 70 feet tall. So it can get pretty tall. The pawpaws are great understory trees. So you can put them on the northern side, eastern side of your taller trees, and they will thrive very well in the shade from those trees. Let's dump this bag out. Doesn't look like any of them have started with their taproot yet. Let's see if you guys can see here. Here's the seeds right here on top. They're big seeds. Kind of like almost look like lima bean seeds almost, but brown. So we're gonna put multiple seeds close to each other. I've already disturbed the ground right behind where I'm gonna plant. So let's take our 3 seeds. I made just a little divot, just a little ditch, if you will. I'm gonna take these seeds, lay them flat in here, one in the middle, and one on the end. Just right on top. So now we're gonna take this compost right here and cover it with about 1 inch to 2 inches of compost. This is compost that was made by the chickens. And if you remember the materials that was put in here, it was mostly leaves. So it's pretty much the forest floor. So that's what we're emulating here. We put the seeds right on top of some nice sandy soft soil. We got some fertile compost, which was leaves composted down. Boom, right on top. Now we'll move on to the next one. I put this here just as a marker, just so I know that pawpaw seeds right behind the log, so we don't walk on that. All right, here's the next spot. Here's the other mulberry tree. I don't know if you can see it there in the shot. It's right there. Northeast side of that mulberry tree. Put just a little ditch. 3 pawpaw seeds, one closest to the mulberry, one in the middle, one on the edge. Back up, Dutch. Back up, babe. Now let's cover it with some compost. 1 to 2 inches. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Here we got a lot of compost. I'm gonna go ahead and dress these mulberry trees too. Give them a good boost coming into spring. Next spot. All right, guys, let's go over to the food forest, plant the rest of these seeds scattered throughout the little food forest we got over there. All right, so we made it out to the first spot. We're gonna plant some of these seeds, and it is right behind an autumn olive, an apple tree, and where we have pawpaw trees already. Let me show you what we got. If you remember, I tried to do some transplanting of pawpaw trees, of wild pawpaw trees into this area. So this stick right here sticking out of the ground, you can see move it back and forth now. That's one I've transplanted. We'll see if any leaves come up on it. This is a pawpaw tree I did not transplant. I bought this And this is a pawpaw tree right here that I also bought and accidentally ran the tip of it over with a mower right here. But it did make it throughout the year. Hopefully it'll pop back up. And then we have one small one down here, this twig. I hope you can see that right here. That's also a pawpaw tree that I transplanted. So I tried to transplant really small ones because I know it's really hard to transplant a pawpaw tree. The root system's really finicky. Once you mess with the root system, the pawpaw tree doesn't like it and usually doesn't make it. So I tried with a couple small ones, put them in with a couple of varieties that I bought, and now we'll go ahead and plant a few seeds around in this area and try to establish a nice little pawpaw patch behind this apple tree, behind this autumn olive. This autumn olive is as big as it's going to get, so it will be an understory to the pawpaw and the apple. What kind of apple is this here? This is a Golden Delicious. And that autumn olive needs to be trimmed back big time. They grow like weeds. They're considered invasive to some people. So I do chop them back every single year, and it doesn't matter what time of year you chop them back. You can chop them back any time of year, and the autumn olive will still make it. They're a nitrogen producing plant, so it's gonna help this little bunch right here with extra nitrogen. And they also produce a small little berry, a sour sweet berry, if you don't chop it off and you just let it grow out. Let's do some planting. We're gonna go in just a little bit. Here's like a little row of pawpaws just on the outside row. We're gonna come in just a little bit and plant a few seeds in. Cover it back up with the soil I put out there, just like, kind of mulch it a little bit with what's around. Plant another one. Japanese praying mantis cocoon. They are all over the place. I'm going to be doing a video shortly to show you how many of these things I've actually found. Okay, let's plant a couple seeds over here on this side. Get this vine off this little pawpaw tree. Free little pawpaw tree. Take advantage of this free mulch growing right beside it. All right, we've got 4 more left. Let's put them in the food forest right here. There used to be an apple tree right here, but it didn't make it. So let's go ahead and plant these 4 pawpaw seeds right there. Weed it a little bit. All right, nice black soil in here. There's hugelkultur mounds running all through. Excuse you, Bessie. There's hugelkultur mounds running all through this, helping add soil for fertility. We did mulch it a lot at the beginning, a couple years. We haven't mulched it this year. All right, the pawpaw seeds are officially planted, every single one of them. So as a quick review on planting your pawpaw seeds, make sure you plant them 1 inch to 2 inches deep. They need a shady spot at the beginning of their lifetime. They don't need to be in direct sun. They will get too hot. They won't be able to make it as well. So behind another tree, you can even make a makeshift barrier, putting a fence, maybe like some chicken wire around your tree, and then some shade cloth around that. You can make you a little shady spot for your pawpaw seeds if you don't have something to put it behind. You can also start them in tree pots, which they're very long, skinny pots, so the taproot can go very far down and stretch out like the pawpaw seed needs it to. I'll leave you guys real quick with a quick view of the food forest here. Peach trees are starting to bloom. There's 3 peach trees right down the way. This one right in front of us. One halfway through and then one at the end. Looking good. The pear tree's starting to bud out too. This is a pear. Another pear right in here. It's starting to bud out. Like even the blackberry, we got some blackberry canes right here in the middle. The blackberries are starting to bud out too. Look, more. There is the Japanese praying mantis shell. There's one right here. There's another Japanese praying mantis shell up there. How do I know they're Japanese? Because I've looked it up. Man, look at this right here. This peach tree's already got frickin' blooms at the end of it. Flowers. This peach right here is exploding with flowers. Oh, we even got a little bud back here on the apple tree. Little bud right here on the apple. Everything's waking up from its winter slumber. Now's the time to plant your seeds. Get your trees in the ground. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you on the next one. There you go.